Candice Bass braving the cold and the wind this morning to chat about runners of Matchroom Stakes Day at Hollywood Bets D'Urberville. Candice, as always, thank you so much for your time. Let's start with your couple of horses in race number one, starting with the very well-bred Little Nimbus under Andrew Fortune. Any scope for improvement?
Yeah, she was very green first time out. She was running on a little bit, but I think probably the same goes for all my fillies. They've only had the one run. They're probably going to need another run from an experience point of view. But she's come on quite nicely at home, and I think she should show some improvement this time around, but perhaps probably need another run or so before she's properly ready.
And surely not. That wasn't a bad debut, but sadly drawn in the Winelands.
Not bad at all, but unfortunately, yeah, very bad draw. So I can't give her much chance from that draw. She's going to have to drop in and take her chances from there. So yeah, difficult to fancy her from that draw.
Three runners in race number two. Let's start with number 5 on the card, Triple Bell under Gareth Wright. Also scope to improve us.
Much the same story as Little Nimbus. There's not much between the two of them. Both, nice little trippy fillies, and I think will also show some improvement. But again, they might just need one more run from an experience point of view.
Peaches and Cream's probably one of the best bred horses on the race day.
Yeah, she is. She's only had the one start at Kenilworth in the mud that day. She was very green and she didn't enjoy it at all. She should be a lot better under these conditions. But again, also drawn a little bit wide. First time going around the bend at D'Urberville. She's also going to need the experience, I would think, but she should improve on her first run.
And final call on debut, how ready would she be?
Yeah, she's actually doing quite nicely. Also going to need the experience first time out. She's a half sister to Future Variety. So a nice filly, but again, drawn a little bit wide. First time at D'Urberville is never easy. So yeah, I would think she would need the experience.
Race 3 is where the PA gets underway on the standalone feature day, and you've got Super Viking in race number 3. What's going on there?
Yeah, nice. He's a nice horse. He's obviously had the one sprint at Kenilworth. He was a little bit naughty in the pen, so hopefully behaves himself on Saturday. But also a horse that's looking for 2,000 metres. He's taken time to come to hand. He still probably needs a little bit more time before he reaches his full potential, I think. Should enjoy the extra. D'Urberville, I don't know whether it'll be the ideal course for him. He's a big, long striding horse. He's not a quick horse, but he's doing nicely at home, and again, probably need another run or so before he's ready to go over the trip that he needs to be over.
Then on to race 4, first leg of the pick 6. Blue Steel just walked past us. Beautiful, handsome, dark bay, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big black horse, lovely looking horse. Yeah, he's a second run back after gelding now. Will prefer this sort of trip. I think he's got quite a nice weight on his back in that open maiden. Not quite sure what to expect from him, but I certainly do feel that he's also a big, long striding horse. He should, I think he definitely will prefer the trip, and who knows, perhaps he might have a small chance of being in the money at the weights.
Then on to race number 5, where you got Heavenly Prince rolling the dice over this trip.
No, I think he's looking for this trip. One thing that he does need is he desperately needs to be gelded. So I think after this run, I need to cut him. He wasn't very well behaved last time out. So yeah, he needs to show some improvement as well. He had a run over a bit of ground, but from a bad draw last time. So I think he should prefer this trip. He's got a good draw, so he's got everything going his way this time, but he needs to show some improvement.
Then on to the first runner in the features, the Shreps Diana Stakes, race number 7. And number 2, Scarlet McCourse. She's such an overachiever. What a great 3-year-old campaign she had.
Yeah, I know. She's been a marvellous little filly. She's such a little trier, and I couldn't have asked for a better filly to have for a syndicate of people like that. She's really been a lovely filly to own and to train, actually. I'm not 100% sure I am with her. I've tried to give her a break after the season in Durban because she had a long Cape season and a long Durban season, so I tried to give her a little bit of a break. Time has not really been on my side. She probably needed another couple of weeks, I think, before she's at her best. So yeah, this run might come a little bit too soon, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect with her. I've given her one gallop. She didn't put up a great gallop, but her work has been fair after that, so I'm more hopeful than I am confident.
And then trip to Maputo, shame. Every time she goes to PE for a perfect stakes race, they end up on the poly. Maybe the stars will align this time.
Shame, she's got no luck, and she's actually doing really nicely at the moment. Obviously trying a bit further now this time around. Obviously it's a tough field, it's not an easy race, but I think also quite an open race actually if you take one or two of the fillies out of there. So yeah, she's doing well enough, and I think if she can get the 1400 in that class, she may well be in the money.
Then on to the highlights of the day, the Race Coast Matchroom Stakes, the Grade 3. Your next child, Sugar Mountain, running again in the form of his life.
Yeah, look, what can I say about him? He's somehow in his old age, he's found a new lease on life. He loves the trip. 1400 probably his best trip, 1400 a mile. You know, he has no issues with Durban Bull track. I think he's quite nicely weighted here as well, but obviously it's not an easy race. It's quite an open race this year. Obviously stepping up a little bit competition-wise for him, but he's doing well. He's drawn nicely. He won't be without a chance.
And then on to the 9th and your final runner, Clainsy, with Aldo on board. She also punches above her weight. Took her a while to get to hand, but now.
Yeah, she's a difficult filly to assess because she's, you know, she's such a big filly, and she's very light, Alistair. She's not the easiest of fillies to train. She doesn't take much at all, and to try and get her to look as strong as you would like her to be is not always so easy. Trying the 1800 for the first time, I think she will be looking. She's definitely looking for this sort of trip, and I think a Durban Bull should be fine. Her work has been quite decent at home. A little hard to assess her chances just because of, you know, the type of filly that she is, and especially at the Durban Bull track as well. She is huge. She's an enormous filly, so you know, it's quite an open race too, but she must be in with a chance.
Well, Empire State approves. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.